Good evening, you're watching News Mongolian Beyond. I'm your host, Katara. And for top stories, welcome to Mongolia concert was held at the Katara Cultural Village, Doha, Qatar. Oyu Tolgoi launches underground mining operations. The Mongolia-Qatar Business Forum was held in Doha on March 6th. And for the news, stay tuned. The Katara Cultural Village in Doha witnessed a mesmerizing cultural event on March 5th as the Welcome to Mongolia concert took place in the premises. The event was attended by the Chief of Staff of the President's Office of Mongolia, His Excellency Mr. Saltwater, who gave the opening remarks. The concert aimed to showcase the rich cultural heritage of Mongolia and was a true representation of its music, dance, fashion and opera. The musicians from the Mongolian Grand Theatre of National Arts and Dances enthralled the audience with their soulful melodies and foot-stepping rhythms. Adding to the cultural spectacle, there was a fashion show by the renowned Oyu Tolgoi brand and Dawson brand. The models from the Queen Model Agency mesmerized the audience with their elegance and grace while showcasing the traditional Mongolian attire. The audience was awestruck by the intricate embroidery, vibrant colors and unique designs. The highlight of the evening was the opera performance by the Cardiff Singer of the World 2021 opera singer Mr. Ahwair Iqbal. His powerful voice and emotive performance left the audience spellbound. The Welcome to Mongolia concert was organized by the Mongolian Embassy in Qatar and aimed to showcase the cultural diversity of Mongolia. The event was attended by diplomats, dignitaries and cultural enthusiasts from both Mongolia and Qatar. Speaking about the concert, His Excellency Mr. Saltwater said, "I am pleased to see that the cultural exchange between Mongolia and Qatar is continuing to grow. This concert was an excellent opportunity to showcase the rich cultural heritage of Mongolia and to strengthen the ties between our two nations." The event was a resounding success and left the audience captivated by the cultural extravaganza. The concert will be remembered as a celebration of Mongolia's rich and diverse cultural heritage. The Mongolia-Qatar Business Forum was held in Doha on Monday, March 6th, aimed at exploring new opportunities for trade and investment between two nations. The event was attended by the Chief of Staff of the President's Office of Mongolia, Mr. Saltwater, Member of Parliament, Ms. Unrvatler, and Ambassador of Mongolia to Qatar, Mr. Siruklim. The first Vice Chairman of the Qatar Chamber of Commerce and Industry, His Excellency Mr. Mohammed bin Ahmad Twar Al-Kuwari, and Mr. Saltwater gave the opening remarks. The forum provided a platform for representatives from various sectors to exchange ideas, explore business opportunities, and establish partnerships. The Mongolian business delegation included people from the agriculture, foreign trade, mining, and tourism sectors. During the event, His Excellency Mr. Mohammed bin Ahmad Twar Al-Kuwari emphasized the importance of strengthening economic ties between the two countries, stating that Qatar is keen to explore investment opportunities in Mongolia's fast-growing economy. Mr. Saltwater, in his speech, highlighted Mongolia's investment-friendly environment and the government's commitment to supporting foreign investors in the country. He also expressed Mongolia's interest in exploring new avenues of cooperation with Qatar. The Mongolian delegation gave presentations on their respective sectors, showcasing the potential for investments and cooperation. The agricultural sector presented Mongolia's vast natural resources and the opportunities for investments in meat, dairy and wool production. The foreign trade sector emphasized Mongolia's strategic location and its potential to serve as a hub for trade and transportation between Asia and Europe. The mining sector highlighted Mongolia's abundant mineral resources and the government's efforts to attract foreign investments in the industry. The tourism sector presented Mongolia's rich cultural heritage and natural beauty and the potential for investments in the sector. The forum concluded with the signing of several agreements and MOUs between Mongolian and Qatari businesses, laying the foundation for future partnerships and collaborations. In his closing remarks, Mr. Saltwater expressed his optimism about the future of Mongolia-Qatar economic ties, stating that the forum would serve as a catalyst for further cooperation between the two nations. The Mongolia-Qatar Business Forum was a significant step towards strengthening the economic ties between the two countries and exploring new opportunities for investment and trade. In 2022, Oyu Tolgoi's open pit mining sales revenue reached $1.4 billion. On Monday, March 13th, the company launched operations of its underground copper and gold mine in the southern Gobi. The deposit is one of the largest known copper and gold deposits in the world, and the ceremony was held to celebrate launch of production at the 1.3-kilometer underground mine.
The underground mine has been in development in Hamburg-Zoom-Ummenröp province since 2016 and is expected to have a production capacity of up to 95,000 tons of ore per day. Once full operational, it is expected to produce an average of 500,000 tons of copper per year over the estimated 50-year mine life, as well as significant amounts of gold and silver. When the mine is fully operational, Mongolia will be home to the fourth largest high-tech underground mine, becoming one of the biggest players in the international copper market.
Oyu Tolgoi's underground mine is an important part of Mongolia's long-term development plan, Vision 2050. With steady operations, 500,000 tons of copper ore will be produced annually, and Mongolia's gross domestic product per capita will reach $10,000.
Mr. Prime Minister, thank you very much for your words of encouragement to the whole of our team. I would like to thank you, thank you for your leadership and your cabinet for everything that you have done to make today possible and forged a strong partnership for the road ahead. Since I became CEO of Rio Tinto 2 years ago, I've spent a great amount of time focused on Oyu Tolgoi, and it has been the key focus of our copper chief executive, Bold Batar.
Oyu Tolgoi is expected to produce an annual average of 500,000 tons of copper from open pit and underground mining in 2028 through 2036, enough to produce around 6 million electric vehicles a year.
Until today, we've been working on only 20% of Oyu Tolgoi's resources. Today, we're starting to work on the remaining 80% of its capacity. Extraction volume is expected to grow steadily.
Mongolia is becoming one of the world's key copper producers. The start of underground production at Oyu Tolgoi demonstrates our ability to work together with investors in a sustainable manner and become a trusted partner. So we attach great importance to this event. Rio Tinto and Mongolia have partnered to successfully operate the Oyu Tolgoi open pit and concentrator for over a decade. Over 80% of Oyu Tolgoi's reserves lie deep underground, and the depth of the deepest shaft is 1,385 meters. With the regular operation of the underground mine, Mongolia's GDP is expected to double.
Thank you for staying with us. Now let's take a look at the currency exchange rates provided by Mongol Bank. Here's the weather forecast of all major cities. Well, that's all for today, and thank you for staying with us. We'll see you tomorrow with more news and updates. Have a nice evening. Goodbye.